Hey, what up, y'all? We're gonna pick right up where we left off, part three of that man shit build out. And I'm gonna tell you right now, most men don't ruin their life because of their enemies. They ruin their life because they failed to audit the women. Shit, I failed many times myself. We failed to audit the motherfuckers we lay down with. And nobody teaching men this shit, honestly, y'all. Y'all know as men, we taught to get the women, get the pussy, have the motion, get the hoes, whatever the case may be. But a lot of people not teaching us who to build with, who to trust, who to actually create life with, who can destroy your future if you do choose wrong. And let me tell y'all right now, there's a huge difference in knowing who to build with and who to fuck the bone. Don't confuse the two. It's a huge difference. I mean, you can confuse the two, but you may learn a hard fucking lesson. A lot of us men, including myself, I'm guilty as well, have destroyed our futures because we confuse the two. We try to build with women that only belong in recreational categories. And sometimes we fuck around and casually sleep with the women that actually do have the mindset, the structure, the emotional maturity to help us actually build. Again, y'all, I'm guilty of it myself. I've made that mistake multiple times, thinking with my dick and thinking with my eyes, not my mind and not my foresight. Shit, one of my biggest mistakes was sleeping with the women I employ. Sometimes that shit actually ruins the business. It ruins the structure. It ruins the vision. It ruins the whole leadership dynamic. And that's real life. And another thing, y'all, and drop one if you can relate to the bros. I know for me, a lot of times in life, y'all, love has made me abandon my logic fast as hell. Man, when we get emotionally attached, when the sex good, when the companionship feel good, especially when we lonely, especially when life feeling hard or getting hard and somebody making us feel understood, we start allowing shit that we normally would never fucking tolerate. And the next thing you know, we paying for temporary emotions with some goddamn permanent consequences, 18-year-old consequences. Y'all know how that go. 18 and beyond. But anyway, y'all, let's go deeper. A lot of us men don't realize how dangerous a bad relationship decision can become long term. We think, oh, she fine, she loyal, she cool, that ass is good. Meanwhile, y'all, and again, I'm guilty as well. We not auditing emotional stability, discipline, accountability, conflict resolution, financial habits, honesty, consistency, family values is such a big one, y'all. Communication, the parenting mindset, relationship with mom, dad, siblings, all of that. We're just moving off chemistry and lust, y'all. And again, I'm here to tell you out the horse's mouth that shit is dangerous because chemistry can absolutely create children, but chemistry can also create custody battles. That shit create child support. That shit create emotional chaos for the next 18, 20 years, legal problems, destroy your fucking peace, and cost us years, y'all, years, financially and mentally. And I know this personally. Again, y'all, I have 10 children. I planned 9 of them. Been planning my kids since I was in 11th grade. Had my first at 18 years old. And even with planning, not all those situations turned out the way I thought it would. Shit, y'all. One of my relationship decisions alone cost me over $3 million in real estate. That ain't internet talk. That's not exaggeration. It really cost me $3.2 million. That is my real life. That's not the type of mistake some men recover from. Luckily for me, I got resilience, I got discipline, and I got that motor in me. Shit, I feed off that adversity. I'm gonna be real. I love rebuilding and I love the pressure. But every man is not built like that mentally. Some men lose one bad relationship and mentally, Nick, bro, drop a one. I know y'all hear it, and the nigga never recovers. That's why this conversation is so important, right? So let's get into the first step. We got to stop choosing women with our eyes only. That's where a lot of us lose, me included. That's where a lot of us lose immediately because visually, y'all know these days, these motherfuckers be looking perfect. They beautiful, they sexy, they feminine, they fun, good energy, good vibes. They teachable, especially sexually. They always be teachable sexually. Other parts, not so much. But behind the scenes, man, these motherfuckers ain't got no discipline, no emotional control, no accountability, no structure, no peace, no long term vision. Like most women that I've come across don't have a 2 year plan. But because we sexually attracted, we will ignore all that shit. Bro to bro, that is dangerous. A lot of us men have lowered our standards just because we lonely, because we horny as fuck, we emotionally vulnerable, or we tired of building alone. So now we start negotiating with red flags we normally would have ran from. Or we just would have hit it and quit it and got the fuck on. And love, y'all, a lot of times love make this shit even worse because when a man fall in love, logic often leaves the room. And again, I know that personally. I've allowed things in relationships. Man, I would have sent the bitch packing for this type of shit. And every single time, that shit came back to bite me in the ass. When I say every time, I mean every fucking time. Bro, you watching this video right now, you live with a red flag. You know that shit ain't what it need to be and what you require. What you doing, bro? That's why auditing matters. That's why testing matters. Because some women are performing compatibility temporarily, y'all. We living in 2026, the era of performative love. Man, listen, They're gonna secure the access, the comfort, the lifestyle, the emotional leverage, the children, the stability, the control, and then boom, what they do? Motherfucker become a whole different person. Not a respect gone, cooperation gone, the peace gone, the teamwork, all that shit completely out the window. And what we doing as men? We sitting there confused because we fell in love with potential rather than really assessing them patterns. Number two, y'all, audit these motherfuckers under pressure, not just pleasure. This one is huge. Anybody can seem pleasant during dates, vacation, sex, gifts, fun, attention, good times, good vibes when they having their way with you. That's super fucking easy. The real audit, y'all, that start when life applies pressure. How does she respond when she hear no? Bros, I want y'all to take real notes of this. How your lady respond when she hear no? How does she respond when she don't get her way? How does she respond when she's emotional, when she's frustrated, when she's embarrassed, when she's corrected? When life gets uncomfortable, how does she respond? That's where the truth starts showing up. And a lot of us, again, me included, we ignore those moments because the woman is attractive, bro. That's stupid as fucking. Take it from a nigga that made that stupid mistake so many times. Some of us we see disrespect, manipulation, entitlement, poor communication, lack of accountability, that toxic shit, and we still continue building because that ass is good, because she is sexually submissive. Other than that, ain't much going on, bro. To the bros, that's weak discipline, because temporary pleasure can absolutely create permanent suffering. And I'm gonna say this too. Some women, like I just said a second ago, some women and men too, we all guilty of it, but we have performative love, meaning we tolerate things temporarily. We agree with things temporarily. We act cooperative temporarily until they get comfortable, they get what they want, they stop benefiting, they emotionally change their mind. Now suddenly, everything is a fucking problem. That's why men, to the bros, we gotta stop falling in love with temporary cooperation. Test her consistency. Test her emotional control. Test her loyalty under inconvenience. Not convenience, inconvenience. Anybody can love us when everything easy. The real audit start when the shit get hard. I'm gonna pause real quick and listen to me carefully, y'all. While you watching this video, the next 10 men that join man shit, whether you join the 6-month membership or the 12-month option, text your phone number immediately to 813-330-8815. And it's only for the next 10 men that join. You're gonna get a free grace key, and you're going to get a free family Bible, 400-page family Bible, physically sent to the front door. That is absolutely only for the next 10 minutes. So if you're watching this video, you might want to pause and go to DerrickGrace2.com and go get yours ASAP or miss out. Step number 3, y'all, stop building with women who don't share the same vision. This one has destroyed so many men financially because some of us be trying to build empires with women who only think about today. They got no structure, no discipline, no patience, no long-term vision. And now every decision becomes stressful. You got one motherfucker who trying to build and the other motherfucker trying to consume. One person trying to invest and the other person trying to impress motherfuckers online. One person trying to sacrifice temporarily and the other person addicted to comfort and immediate comfort at that. Y'all, that mismatch is dangerous as hell. That too, y'all, anything I'm giving y'all from experience. I've dealt with that too, especially for the bros that's in the building phase. And it's something I had to learn the hard way as well. If you are truly in your building phase, it might not even be smart to date right now, period. Or especially overly date, having multiple women, because attention is expensive. Emotion is expensive. Women are expensive. Distractions are expensive. And if we're not mentally disciplined, your relationship has the power to pull you away from your purpose instead of actually supporting it. Some of us don't need more women right now, bro. We need more motherfucking structure. Because every additional emotional situation creates the following. You're going to get some new distractions. You absolutely going to get some new obligations, especially if they're in a comparative state and they're saying what you give one and not the other. More risks and more opportunities for confusion. If we already struggling financially and mentally, the pressure just going to multiply. Now we got 8 broke motherfuckers. That's why some men absolutely need isolation seasons. Not because all women are bad, but because your focus matter, bro. And a lot of us keep trying to balance healing, building, hustling, fatherhood, relationships, multiple women, and emotional drama, all at the same fucking time. I'm going to say it from the horse's mouth, bro. That shit is absolutely exhausting. Sometimes we just simply need to build first and then date strategically later. All right, y'all, now on to step 4. Ask questions that most men are too lustful to ask. And this is where auditing gets real. Because a lot of men don't ask enough questions before actually creating life. We ask, what you doing? You hungry? When can I see you? You know what motherfuckers ain't asking? Baby, how do you handle conflict? What type of household did you grow up in? How do you respond to correction? How do you handle stress? What's your relationship with accountability? Y'all know that's the golden question for the ass these days. How do you feel about discipline? What's your long-term goals? How do you view family structure? What type of father do you want your children to have? What happens when you get unhappy? Bro, those questions matter because eventually, whether you want to or not, life gonna test the relationship. And if you don't know who you actually dealing with mentally and emotionally, bro, you absolutely gambling with your future. And I'm gonna say it again. Take it from a motherfucker who done made the mistakes. I ain't gonna say I'm still paying for them, but I have paid for them. And I'm sure I'm gonna pay for them again before it's all said and done. A lot of us are so scared to lose access to sex that we avoid the difficult conversations. All in all, bro, that's weak shit. That's weak man behavior because avoiding uncomfortable conversations now, that shit usually creates catastrophic situations at a later date. Either way, you gonna get to the bus out, whether you want to or not. This is how men end up trapped in them situations, custody battles, shit, emotional chaos, financially drained, mentally exhausted, rebuilding from avoidable mistakes like me. All because we don't audit properly in the beginning. Step 5, man, watch your relationships with other people. This one be overlooked heavily because you niggas be thinking you're special. Yeah, I've thought it too. Because how a woman treat her family, her friends, her coworker, her strangers, her exes, her children, authority period, is usually gonna tell you exactly how she'll eventually treat your ass once the honeymoon phase is over. Because a lot of men ignore the signs because the attraction is just oh so strong. Man, if that motherfucker constantly fighting with everybody, cutting everybody off, always the victim, never accountable, always in some shit, disrespectful when emotional, manipulative when upset. What the fuck make you think you gonna get anything differently from a magical perspective outside of asking the hard questions and doing the work? And another thing, man, watch how she talk about the people that she once loved. Cause that shit matters as well. Because eventually one day, that could be y'all speaking about one another like that. And let me say this too. A lot of men get fooled because some women are great actresses early on. Super supportive, super cooperative, super peaceful. I just want to bring peace to your life and healing and get the fuck out of here. But the moment pressure hit, and I'm not saying that for all women, because get some great ones out there. The moment the boundaries appear, man, that motherfucking mask starts slipping. That's why time matters. That's why testing matters. That's why patience matters because some personalities they can't hide but so long. Eventually, the pattern is going to expose the truth. Bro, again, drop a one if y'all can relate. Excuse me. Step number 6: stop creating children before testing y'all compatibility. I'm gonna keep it real. This one might hurt some feelings, but this is why the bros gotta have them hard conversations so y'all can go do the same with y'all families. A lot of us men create life before we even truly experience conflict, being broke as fuck together, stressed together, disappointment together, infidelity, sacrifice, correction, everything. We ain't experienced a fucking thing, but we trying to make a whole new life. And that's completely backwards. We creating permanent connections with temporary valuations. And then when motherfucking reality finally show up, niggas in pure chaos. Now it's, like I said, custody issues, child support, court dates, emotional warfare, tension, instability, drama for years at that point. All because we skipped this cool ass thing in life that we all have to use, and it's called discernment. Let me say this one clearly too. Your children, they deserve the structure. They didn't ask to come to this fucked up world. Not confusion, not warfare, not toxic cycles, not two emotionally immature motherfuckers battling for years. Y'all know and I know that shit affects them babies. Some of us still carrying trauma from watching our parents be dysfunctional when we was growing up. Now imagine accidentally recreating the same environment for the babies. That should scare you, bro. That should make you want to initiate this conversation tonight. That should make you want to share the information in the video with your bros so they don't fall victim to the same shit we keep falling victim to. Yeah, and I know some men don't want to hear this, but your sexual discipline has to be intact as well. If you lean with that dick, you're going to find yourself all type of places. Every attractive woman is not meant to become your girl, your wife, the mother, your kids, a business partner. No, nothing again. You got to know when to build and when to bone. Some women are nothing more than experiences, as are men. Some women are nothing more than lessons, as are men. And some women can absolutely destroy your peace if you choose wrong. And again, I'm going to give y'all another reminder as I keep going. Only the next 10 men that purchase man shit today, when you choose either the 6 or the 12-month option, text your order number immediately to 813-330-8815. Again, the next 10 men that purchase today, y'all gonna get a free Grace key shipped to the front door as well. Also, a free 400-page family Bible. Now let's get to step number 7, y'all. Love without logic can absolutely destroy a man. I know this. I dealt with it. I'm still dealing with it to this day. A lot of times when men fall in love, y'all, we naturally want to protect. I got it on my face. Preach, provide, protect. I live by that. We want to build, we want to fix, we want to support, we want to do all that shit. That's for sure masculine energy. But without discernment, bro, the same energy can absolutely become self destruction. Because some of us stay in situations way too goddamn long. We're going to ignore the red flags, the patterns, the disrespect, instability, manipulation. And why? Because emotionally, you feel me, the motherfucking heartstrings is full blown intact, and we are fully attached. And that attachment makes people negotiate with things that they know, man. Look, any other time they got zero tolerance for, they stepping on this shit, but now we negotiate. I've done it myself. I've ignored logic because emotionally I love somebody. And every time I abandon my discernment for my feelings, a nigga pay them consequences again, y'all. That's why men, we need systems. We need programming. Not just emotions. We need standards. We need motherfucking non-negotiables, boundaries, discipline, patience. We need to be able to keep it real with a motherfucker and tell him, baby, I'm assessing and observing and testing your ass right now. If you don't like it, get the fuck on, cause I don't want no woman I can't test to be in my program. Period. Again, y'all, some of us gotta learn loneliness is way cheaper than lifelong dysfunction. Super fucking important that we learn that and we respect that, because temporary loneliness, it ain't gonna bankrupt us emotionally and financially the way that a fucked up relationship can. A lot of the bros out here losing their peace, their money, their business, their home, their years, access to their children, their motherfucking hair, everything, their freedom, all because they ignored discernment for them temporary feelings. Next one, y'all, is step 8. And this is something that's actually in the family Bible. Build a checklist before you build a fucking family. Bro, this right here can save you years of pain. Too many of us, we move our vibes, chemistry, attraction. Of course, man, as a man, we hunters. So, nigga, I'm still guilty. We still moving off attraction. But instead of structure, that shit gonna hurt us. That's why we gotta have a real audit checklist. Not just, oh, she bad, she loyal, she treat me right. Nah, fuck that. We need to ask the real questions. Is this motherfucker emotionally stable? Can she communicate without chaos? Does she take accountability? Does she shift and place blame in y'all problems or any of her previous or other problems with other individuals? Is the motherfucker financially responsible? Do she respect structure? Do the girl create peace or confusion? Does she handle pressure? Is she disciplined at all? Does she respect your boundaries? Does she have any her damn self? How the motherfucker act when she angry? How she act when she don't get away? Does she value the concept of family? I'm gonna keep telling y'all, you man, you gotta do your due diligence. What's the relationship like and the pattern like with mama, daddy, siblings, exes, baby daddies, whoever? You gotta study these things. Because y'all, beauty without discipline, beauty without peace, beauty without emotional control is absolute motherfucking destruction. I'm gonna say it again. Stop assuming that these individuals will change later. I'm not saying they can't, because some women are able to grasp it, evolve, and become amazing partners, but a lot of them don't. A lot of us fall in love with the potential rather than the reality. And I'm going to tell you again, bro, that shit is dangerous. Audit the present patterns, not the fantasy, not the hope, not the maybe. Them fucking present patterns. Like in this video, and go look at what the fuck she do for the next 7 days. Those are your present patterns. Anyway, y'all, listen carefully. This is why man should exist, because a lot of men were never taught how to audit women properly. They weren't even taught to do the shit. Period. We were taught to chase women, impress the women, sleep with the women, repeat. We weren't taught discernment, discipline, structure when it comes to the relationship, family planning, goddamn long-term compatibility. None of that. And now a lot of the bros are paying for emotional decisions, me included, with years of stress. I done had to take 3 or 4 of the mothers of my children to court, broken peace, emotional instability, financial. Man, I just told you I just lost $3.2 million roughly a year ago in real estate behind a woman. And that's why we over here, and I'm teaching y'all from my experiences and my shortcomings about programming. Again, y'all, inside man shit, we go deeper into the family structure, fatherhood, leadership, business structure, avoiding avoidable mistakes. Again, y'all, because some mistakes, I'm a walking testament, man. That shit costs you years, peace, money, access to your babies, everything. And some of us men need that real fucking brotherhood right now. Not that fake alpha male content. Not that performative shit. Real conversations from men who actually been through life, not speaking from theory, and can really tell you about the wins, the losses, the rebuilding, the heartbreak, the pressure, all that shit in totality. And y'all, that's why this shit hit different. And again, when you join man shit, a physical access card, I only got mine on me right now, but it gets shipped directly to your front door with a direct QR code to give you access to the community, the teachings, and the brotherhood. And last thing I'm gonna say, the next 10 men, y'all, and I mean that, only the next 10 men only, Go purchase man shit today, whether it be the 6 month, or the 12-month option. Immediately text your order number because it's only gonna be the first 10. If you the 11th man, you not gonna make the cut. Only the next 10 men. Text your order number directly to that number. You will get a free grace key, free family Bible on me, y'all. Click the link in the bio at derrickgrace2.com, and y'all might want to join us ASAP.